Good morning, everybody. Right now I'm recording this as of Friday. I'm gonna upload this here in a little bit. I think I'm gonna get out part 4 of how I lost over 100 pounds later as well. But I asked Instagram if you guys had any questions, and I only got one question, but one is enough because now we have something to talk about. And a really close friend of mine that I don't get to see as often, he is actually getting married soon, which is so crazy, like insane. But we did a t-shirt business together. We were GMs, co-GMs, and he did a lot of the graphics, but we did a lot together, and we did a lot of growing together and a lot of learning together. But since then, I've been on this weight loss journey and just working out, doing self-improvement, working on my mental health, my physical health, growing financially, building my emotion, like my how do I say this, my masculine frame, my abundant mindset. And I'm in a really good place, and like the whole idea of what I'm doing is just to show other people that, like, even if you're in a bad spot, you're in a bad place in life, like, it's never too late to change your life. It's never too late to start something new. And so his question was, why don't I look like you? Why don't I look like you? And, to be funny, it's because we got different parents, my guy. That's why we don't look like each other. But his question was, I'm in shape, him not so much, and it's not that he can't, it's not that you can't, it's not that no one can, because I still have insecurities about my body that I'm still getting over. When it comes to hanging out with girls and I take my shirt off, like, I like to keep my shorts up above or right underneath my belly button, because I have like excess loose skin, really bad. Some days it's not as bad when I'm fasting. It's my skin shrinks and it doesn't look as bad. But however, when I do eat, which is quite often, it shows. But besides that, I'm in pretty good shape. I'm building onto my frame. It looks good. My arms, my shoulders, my chest, my upper back, it looks great. And what I told him is don't compare your very first few steps, whether you're doing, you've been doing this for a week, for a few weeks, a month, a few months. Don't compare your very first, like the beginning of your journey to somebody else's, like, for example, 2 years. I'm in this for 2 years. I'm actually past 2 years now. But don't compare like your first beginning to somebody else's, like, 18th chapter or their 20th chapter. And what I mean by chapters, it's like, their 18th, 19th month, or maybe you see what I'm saying, though? Don't compare your beginnings to someone else's, like, highlights. Yeah, that's perfect. Don't compare you're starting out and you see other people's highlights. Don't compare yourself to them. See, because that's where you'll mess up. Everybody's built different. Everybody's gonna look different when they start posting highlights. And I'm not even nowhere near my peak. Like, I'm only 25. I know when I hit 30, and I'll have been working out consistently for 7 years, then I'll know. Then I'll look like near my peak. I'm thinking like mid-30s is gonna be my peak. That's kind of where my mindset is. I'm not trying to get the best results, tomorrow. I'm in this in the long haul. So my best advice to give is to focus on the person in the mirror. Focus on that person. That's your competition. That's who you got to outwork. No one's promised tomorrow. All of us could just disappear by tomorrow. A meteor could hit, boom. We could get abducted by aliens. Somebody could just get on some bath salts and just like kidnap us and eat us. A tornado, a hurricane, earthquake, car crash, or you just pass in your sleep. No, dude, anything could literally happen tomorrow. And the thing is like when you're doing this, nobody really cares about the work that you're putting in. They just want to see the results, and that's just how life is. That's just how life works. So start today, because every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next Monday, it'll never happen. Start today. Start slow. Start with, okay, you signed up, you got a gym membership. All right, perfect. You show up, you just try the treadmill out, watch and see what other people are doing. For me, I research a lot. I research on YouTube like a mug, and I see what the best are doing, and I write everything down. I copy the programs, I put it in my phone. I mean, I've bought programs, I've tried different programs, and I've implemented. Now I'm at the point where I kind of go in and I know exactly what I want to hit and what I need to hit, and I just build off around that. And it's taken me, these 2 years to learn how to really lift weights and work out and what I need to be doing to grow my body. At first, you're not going to know what to do, okay? Start eating cleaner. Start cutting out the sodas, the junk foods. Slow down on the fast foods. Start cooking your food. Start meal prepping. Learn how to count your macros. When I say that, people get all sketched out and like, damn, that seems kind of hard to do. It really isn't hard to do, to be honest with you. If you just know, get the calories, find your maintenance calories and eat underneath that, and just make sure you're eating enough protein. Try to stay around your lean body mass. Mine's 170. However, I shoot for about 190, 200, just so I can keep muscle on. I'm an athlete. I do jiu-jitsu. I'm about to do my first cage fight November 5th. I gotta be like ready to do that, but I would just stay around your lean mass, and how you find that is you go and get like a body scan or something. But if you're say you're like 200 pounds but you're chubby, I would shoot for like 180 grams of protein, and then try to stay in a calorie deficit. I would shoot for like 500 calories under your maintenance calories. It's super easy to find it. Just go to TDEE calculator, put your info in, your age, your height, your weight, and it'll give you a pretty close, accurate, and just work off that. This stuff is not hard. And then just start showing up to the gym on a regular basis. Even though you might not know what to do, you find a program online and stick to it. Try it. I've even got a program for beginners. It's super duper easy, guys. You just got to do your research. It's super easy. But yeah, for me, I do follow other people that look amazing, that actually have put in the work over years. And it's like, damn, for me, it's like, are these my competitors? No, but I'm watching and seeing what they do, and I'm watching and seeing what works for them on social media. That way I can start implementing that to my social media. That way I can grow. But I also know that it's going to take time for me, because I'm not at my ideal physique yet. I still have, I still got to cut down. I'm probably 20-30 pounds heavier than I want to be. Right now I'm probably 220. I'll fight at 205, but after that I'm gonna have to go back up to be ready and heavy and fueled. Not too heavy, but just heavy enough and fueled for my fight. So I'll probably fight at like 215, probably 220. But after that, I am gonna want to cut down. I am gonna want to cut down. But I mean, and it's okay to watch other people and see what they're doing, but don't compare yourself to anyone else but you. Okay? That's my best advice. Just don't compare yourself to anybody else. The man in the mirror, the person in the mirror, that's your competition. Outwork that person. And why should you do it? Well, shit, you could be dead tomorrow. Who do you want to be remembered as? Who do you want your friends and your family and associates to think of you? Once you start working on yourself and people see that, people start respecting that. People respect hard work. They're not going to care about the work that you put in, but they will care about the results. Results are it's just there. That's the video for today, guys. I love you guys. Be God bless. Stay woke, fam. Peace.